So listen, guys. I got Izzy and Janae in here. I'll show y'all something. Hey, Blue. Hey, y'all, what y'all doing?
We're making some muffins, some breakfast.
Okay, cool. So, guys, that's Israel. That's Israel and Janae, my oldest child and my youngest son, other than Samik. Okay, so I want to do this with you guys in the room. I want you guys to input. Okay. So I did a video the other day showing how people from blended families criticize polygamous families, and for normal things that we do. Like they'll criticize Jamie and Lacey for helping each other with each other's children, right? And so I said in blended families, they do this all the time. That's why they call it stepmother and father. And a lady commented and said, well, our children don't have to see their father sleep with multiple women or both their mothers, right? And I said, well, our children don't see us sleeping together anyway.
Right.
And I hope yours don't either.
That's
right?
not normal. That's not, I don't know if you know that.
That's not normal.
That's not what people do.
Right. But here was the actual difference, okay? In blended families, because that's what I'm talking about, blended families versus polygamy, there's a step parent, okay? So I just want to ask you guys this. You guys witnessed this. You guys witnessed seeing both of your siblings' parents in the same home. You see Lacey and you see Jamie, your own mother, in the same home, right?
Right.
You see me spend time with both of them, right? Would you guys rather be in a union like that or see me with someone totally different from your mother? Let's say she has a child that she brings into the union as well. So now you have a sibling that you're not actually kin to, but you have to forge a bond, share your things, get to know him or her. And of course, get to know the woman that I'm dealing with that's not your mother. What do you think sounds better, or be connected to your sibling like you are Samik, like actually biologically connected?
Yeah, no, the situation we're in right now is perfect because it's like, you're still with mom and you're happy with Lacey. We love mom, we love Lacey, we love Samik. We're all in like the same unit where we can all just be together, be a family. And I couldn't imagine anything better than what we have right now, honestly.
I definitely agree. Everybody gets to be all together in one space, and that's the best part about it.
And I can see benefits to blended families as well. You know, you have a sibling that you never had before. You get the fortunate opportunity to be able to have a brother or sibling you never had.
That's the same thing with you, though.
Absolutely. That's what I mean. Then, okay, of course, with other children, some children don't have their mother or father in their life, and that stepmother or father comes in, they kind of replace that. And that's awesome, too, because that child gets to have a father figure or mother figure. So I'm not condemning blended families. There's a beauty to it.
Right.
But the downside, let's say Lacey and I, we break up, okay? You're still kin to Samik. There's no way you're not going to still see him because that's your brother, right? I have to still see him, be responsible for him. But in a blended family, if it deteriorated, you likely wouldn't see that sibling anymore because the parents probably wouldn't deal with each other anymore. You know, which one do you think, even on the downside, which one do you think is the best of two evils?
Right, definitely the poly one.
Because that's your actual brother, regardless, right?
Right.
I agree. I see it as, I think we're like fish in water. Because we naturally grow up seeing blended families, we can easily accept that people are still going to be responsible and have to co-parent with other people. Other children move in, it can deteriorate. We understand these things. You understand raising another man's child as a stepmother. You understand fathering a child that's not yours as a stepfather because you love the woman. We get that in blended families, and I think because we grew up seeing it, we don't criticize it. And I think that because we call our union polygamous, and we choose to create what they're having to accept versus because relationships is broken down. I think that's where the judgment comes into play. Because think about this. In a monogamous union, blended family, they say they're monogamous. I say it's serial monogamy. Because they started this relationship with this person, had a child with them, it didn't work out, and now they're in this relationship, and they still have to be responsible to those children.
Right.
And so they still are creating these dynamics where they have to, cooperate with other people outside of their relationship. And so they're still having to raise each other's children. They're still having to send funds outside of their home to someone else's to make sure those children are taken care of. Right. And so when they criticize our union and see me spending funds on two mothers, two families, you see they criticize me, but they're doing it. When they see Jamie and Lacey help raise someone else's children, they're doing that, And when they say that, you know, the children have to see the parent be with multiple parents and things like that.
Like that?
Often, it's crazy, but often those children have saw their mother be with a man that was their father, and now they're watching their mother be with a different man and be intimate with a different man.
Right.
And often that breeds resentment. In a lot of these relationships, the stepchildren don't even like their stepfather because they feel like he's trying to replace their real father. They don't like him kissing their mother or being with their mother. And you've seen daughters do the same thing to their stepmothers. They feel like, that's my daddy, don't touch him. Right. You know, and so we know that there are some inner workings that aren't necessarily harmonic, right? We got to deal with that. I think in this one, family, we really don't have those issues because I'll tell you this. The moment they learned Lacey was pregnant, they were excited. I was nervous about what they would think until I heard them arguing about who Samik was going to play with the most. And Israel's talking about what he's going to do with Samik. Justin's talking about what he's going to do with Samik, and so is Janae. And I was like, wow, man, listen, you think your children will have the same mindset that we will as adults, but they don't. They really don't, family. They absorb these things, they take them in, they understand them far better than you think they would. They were excited about it. They've been excited about Samik ever since he's been here. He's been an addition to all of us, not a problem, not an issue, not a burden. And I just wish you guys could see that our family is harmonic, whether or not you guys like the title of it or not, or whether you guys agree with it or not. Izzy's here vouching for it. Janae's also saying, hey, Mayana's up in the house. We see it all, and nobody's questioning it. That's the thing about it. Right. And that's why I always say I speak for the ancestors, and the ancestors who have passed on, of course. But I think the most important is the ones who have yet to come here, and that's our children. Right. And if we make decisions that are best for them, we'll do whatever it takes to keep these families together. Right. Because children are affected when they don't have both their parents in the home. Right. And y'all have both y'all parents in the home. Y'all see me every day, regardless. And I've seen stepfathers. I've seen men raise children that's not theirs, while their own children don't even live with them. Right.
I also feel like I've seen with like stuff like with critiques with stuff like this, it often comes from like an irrational hatred to something that they don't understand. Because it's like you see so much stuff like that's like normal to you, and then the minute that you see something else that is like even just like kind of out of the norm, you're like, oh, that's not. I don't like that because of this, and this.
That's exactly
But your reasonings aren't correct. Right. They're based on your feelings and like what you think would happen, even if you see it's not happening like in reality. Right. So it's a rationality than just that they're critiquing than logic.
Well stated. And I think that we should work to be more understanding, right? To try and see that we're all interconnected, whether we like it or not. And we're gonna ultimately end in the best relationship that's for us, based on our own choosing. And we got to accept that other people have choices. You see what I'm saying? Our family's happy, we're harmonic, just like blended families are happy and harmonic. I would never criticize a man who marries a single mother and raises a child that's not his. I say that they are great men because they're choosing to be a father to someone who didn't have one or that's not even theirs. That's a great thing to do. So I would never say, you look stupid out here raising somebody else's kid. I'm like, no, you have a beautiful heart. Like, I'm raising my own children. I think that makes me a father. I'm a great father. But I think it makes you greater to sacrifice your utility and protection to a child that's not even, that's beautiful.
I've seen people call people like that doormats.
Right, I know. I don't get that.
Crazy.
Ask the child who didn't have a father other than that man. Ask the child who didn't have a mother other than that woman who was their stepmother. They won't call him a doormat.
And you can ask the father that didn't have a child before that child. Absolutely. Because like it's people don't think that you can have a bond with someone that is motherly or fatherly or kin-like without having any blood. But in reality, if you find out that someone like isn't your blood and you just lose all connection, I don't think that you really had a connection in the first place. That was that deep.
I agree. Deep. We're gonna have more conversations like that. Thanks, y'all.
Of course.
Y'all, you see what I'm saying, family? My kids be knowing what it is. Put your comments in here. Let us know what you thought. I'll see you guys soon. Peace, family.